Hey folks, it's Vic Noble here with another weekly trade example for you for the week ending April the 16th, 2010. Now, I got a great one to show you today. This is pretty cool. I'm going to show you a trade that was taken by a guy from the UK who has become just an awesome trader. He trades for his living, actually. And I went through this trade. Here's what was really neat. I went through this trade with him. We were on Skype together, real time. And every time he moved a stop or whatever he was thinking, he let me know. And I've been getting his trades now for some time, and this guy he knows what he's doing. I think you're going to really like this one. And actually, you know what? Even better, stay tuned because his entire approach is being put together right now and it's going to be available pretty soon to everybody. Anyway, the trade was on the British pound US dollar pair right here. It was on the 15th of April, which was Thursday here. And just note this, all the times I'm talking about here are Eastern time. That's New York time on April the 15th of 2010. So, first of all, because of his unique way of determining trend, he was looking at a buy on this pair on the cable. Okay, so I'm straight onto the 1 hour chart right here. I'm going to get right to it. In at around 6:15 a.m. What he did here, he bought right down here. I'm just going to move this ahead one candle. I want to show you real time we looked at. He bought it right down here, and the reason he did is because it was the S1 daily pivot was at 153.94, which was just I've got this support resistance level drawn in here. See how this was resistance, resistance, and it was quite a level in here that bounced around off of it fairly reliably. There was support right here. It came down again after this big drop in here. It was an S1 daily pivot. Not only that, I'll put the weekly pivot on. See this yellow line? That's a weekly pivot. That's the M3 weekly pivot. So these tend also to become support resistance. It was several Fibonacci numbers in here at the same place, and expected support resistance and all that kind of stuff. So this is what he was looking at. Now I'm going to switch to a 15-minute chart. Watch this. This is where I was on Skype with him, and we're watching. And I've got the pivots drawn in for that day. Okay, so here's where he got in. He bought it at 53.94, 153.94. Okay, and so there he is. He's in the trade. And let me just follow this and just getting my notes here because I want to show you this was. I mean, as it happened, he was letting me know. Now, as it moved along in here, what time is this? That's oops. Let me get this out of the way here. That was at okay. So that was at 6:38. That was 6:15 a.m. when he got in. Price started to move up, and 1, 2, 3, right in here. Okay, I'm sorry, I went a little bit too far ahead right in here. In this area, I'm sorry, this support right in here. What happened is the news came out. Okay, there was some news coming out. And so when that happened, he moved his stop to break even, right down here, break even. Okay. Then as that happened, that unfolded, started to move along like this. As the price started coming up in here at 9:15, which was let me just get that part. That was right in here. Actually, I'm sorry. As it got up into the daily pivot is what I meant to say. Right in here, this was at 154. Let me get that straight. 154.42 was a daily central pivot. He started watching things very carefully in here, and he moved his stop up to 154.15. Okay. So this is what happened as price reacted after the news right in here. Okay. So he had to stop in here at this time at 154.15. So he's got 21 pips locked in. 54.15 is down right in. I'll show you. I'll just put a little line there. 54.15 is right here. Okay, you put a stop right there. Now, as price started to move along, this is what he was really wanted to see how price was going to react around this central pivot here. Okay, at 9:20. Now let me just see what time this is here. Right in here, he was watching this very carefully around this level, and then at 9:38, as price started to move up here again. Let me got my time here. That's I'm sorry, I went a little bit too far. Here's 9:38 right in here and started to break above the central pivot. At that time, he put a stop up to 154.30. Okay, so he moved it right up to right there. Okay, I'm just going to make that thicker, and I'm going to make it red so we know that it's a stop loss. Okay, so that's where his stop is now. Start price. So price keeps going along here. And at 9:54 a.m., let me see if I can find that. That's, whoops, I went a little bit too far again. That's right here. At this point right here, okay, he moved it up to up to 40. He moved the stop right up here to 954.40 because, you know why? At this level, when it got up into here, he was watching these old lows from back here that were old support, and it might have been resistance. So he wanted to get more profit locked in and just let price prove to him what was going to happen. So he had 46 pips locked in. Then at this time right here at 10:12 a.m., he's watching the M3 pivot right up here very carefully, okay, which was also, I'm going to show you a Fibonacci level here. From the high of the day to the low of the day, it was a 62% Fibonacci level. It was very close. There's 62%, and the M3 pivot are right in here. So he was watching this really closely as well. Okay, so it moved along again. What time is this here? I want to show you at 10:17. One more candle along here. It came up into here, hits this level. So he moves the stop up to 54.60 now. Okay, so he went from here up to where is it here? 60. I'll put it right up there. Right there. Because, you know, this is a level that you could have expected some reaction off of, and he just wanted to see what was going to happen up in here. Okay? Stops it. So he's got 66 pips locked in. At 10:35, which was this candle here, this one right here, he moved the stop up to 75, which was right here. Okay, so now he has 81 pips locked in. Now, this was actually his main target initially, but price kept slicing right through it here. So what he did is he just kept moving his stop up, and it never came back. See, once it got up to this pivot level, it never came back to his stop, which used to be down at 54.60. So it kept going up to the 79%, and he moved it again. Okay, and when it hit up here at 11:02, let me get that point. That was right, this candle right there. Okay, what he did then, he moved the stop to 54.90. Wasn't this incredible? 54.90. Let me put that right there. Okay, that's 54.90. And so then this is just a, you know, he has 96 pips locked in at that point. This is a great example of trading what you see, not what you think. Okay, at 11:04, here's what's happening. Price is doing what? It's approaching the highs of the day up here. It's the London close. It's approaching the R1 pivot, which was at 55.13. Okay, so what he did is he put a limit order in. Kelvin put a limit order in to take profit at 55.09. Because what he does, he doesn't necessarily go exactly for these pivot levels for his targets. He might make them a few pips easier, because he's found that, you know, sometimes you miss it for a few pips, and he's not greedy. When you get up to this level, I got to tell you something. Do you know that the price spiked up to exactly 54.09, which was pretty darn lucky. Let's be honest, that was pretty lucky. But even if it didn't, he would have got out at 54.90. But he got 55.09. Okay, that ended up being a profit of 115 pips, a 4.2 to 1 risk reward. Oh, I meant to tell you, his initial risk was only 27 pips down here. That's what he was just, I was like, you know, okay, prove that you're going to stop or I'm out of here. Okay, here's the thing. He's got an exact plan for trading. He follows his plan flawlessly, right? He only trades that plan. There's no jumping around from one thing to another. He trusts it. He knows it. He's got confidence in it. It gives him an edge. He trades it. That's it. He uses perfect risk management. You know, you've heard me say this a lot. If you don't have perfect risk management, I don't care how great your method is, you're hooped. You're not going to make money. Okay? And he only trades a very specific setup that he knows, and he knows it works, and that's it. And so I just hope that this was a very nice move, and they don't all happen like this. Too bad they don't. But I just wanted to show you how a professional trader, a guy who makes his living trading, handles a trade like this when it gets going, and takes his profit and moves his stop up along the way. It was just fantastically well done. And anyway, hopefully that gives you a few ideas about things to look for. So there you go. That's for the week ending April 16th of 2010. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll be back at the end of next week with another weekly trade example. Thanks so much.